what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Used to be babe, now I'm just my man. Cause she getting stuck. Can you hold my hand? Roll the ancestors up with the loudest thang. Now I'm filling my cup. Can you overstand? The concrete mind and a cozy bed. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Can you throw it back? Can do what I mean. Being a yay good, make you wine on it. Can you throw it back? Can do what I mean. Being a yay good, make you wine on it. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so. Big body girl, what you wine on it, so.
Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad.
What is good? Chat? Y'all enjoying? Is everybody... Oh, wait. This... Can't hear myself here. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Man, price is moving today. Price is moving here. Holy! Now we're melting back to the downside. Coming probably down towards like 45, 57 over here. Round 2? Yes, sir. Round 2. I don't see a bank holiday. You guys see a bank holiday? I don't see a bank holiday. Man, this 1 minute candle here. This 1 minute candle here just pushed like 32 pips. Bank holiday is this? Man, if this is a bank holiday, I wish every day was a bank holiday. Holy, look at this. There's this move over here. We had that move over here. We had that beautiful buys that we took during the London session over here. Man, look at it. We had a buy over here. And price just kept moving up bullish. And then they had another buy over here. I was talking about this secondary breakout. And look at this, man. Price just kept moving up over here. So now we're going to see what we're going to look for. I think right now I'm looking kind of like for a sell. Yeah, I think on this minute candle here, I'm going to look more for a sell. I got to wait over here. We're going to wait over here. We have like a support by 45.66. It's trying to break below that support area. But yeah, I think I'm going to look for a sell. That is what we're going to do here today. But I would still love to get a buy because overall, okay, fine. Overall, we're bullish, but this hourly here is still a bit risky to take a buy on because it could just completely melt, right? It could just keep coming down to fill this 80 pip gap or 80 pip range on the left hand side. So it's a bit like it's a bit risky. It's a bit risky, so I'm gonna wait. I say we just had like one breakout. Beautiful fat rejection to the upside. You can see where we're rejecting from here. And these are rejection wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rejection wicks by resistance. And you see like price is breaking. There was an accumulation here as well. That price was breaking from. And now it's looking to fill this previous hourly candle here. Down to that support. That's what it's looking at doing. I think for my next trade, I'm gonna risk around 2%. I don't think I'm gonna use a bigger lot. I think I'll just go like 2%. The trade that we took in London, I'll risk about like I think 2.6. So we gotta wait. Gotta wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like maybe like an hour and a half. We can get something here. This candle is extremely bearish at the moment though. It's just flirting with our 45.66 level over there, but we should be seeing price potentially come down on it. Because the whole idea, we gotta be right about this hourly, right? We have to be right about that direction that it's heading. And right now it looks like it's heading bearish. But we just tapped into like an hourly SMA over here. Might form like psychological support. But I think if we're moving down, we're moving down. Yeah, we're about to get a little bit of a shotgun. No, it closed above resistance. Let me see how it is on gold. Oh, you see, this is why I always got my gold chart open here. Because look at gold. Gold's closed below that support area. You see like gold is breaking. Let's say that's a confirmed entry, right? You would basically be getting your entry here on futures. So you saw how spot gold just broke? Let's say like confirmed entry here. Your futures entry would have been like up here. Because I'm executing on GC. So let's say like this is my trade, right? So you see this? See the difference? So you get better pricing. A nice little pro tip, guys. Leave a like on the stream for that one. I think that's going to be very powerful once you learn how to use it. Very, very important over there. So yes, now we're going to wait. Now we are going to wait. Oh, my computer went off. 1 second. Yeah, you can see spot gold is already on the way down. Still trying to push whilst futures is still a little bit higher up. Goldie's trying to get through this level. You know, the annoying thing is there's no top wick for this 5 minute over here. Would have been nice if there was a top wick over there. There's no top wick. It's coming down here. Nice candle push. That's this. Here we go. One more trade and down. Did you end up taking it? Oh yeah, I got that entry up over here too. Almost. That was a nice push on the previous 1 minute there. Really, really nice. Nice push. All right. And hopefully give like some kind of an entry. But you see this candle here? I think it's already had like two breaks on the hourly. They had like one break here. And then one entry over here. Here's our first entry. Here's a second entry. It's coming down to fill this range. Jeez. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Holy. Whoa. Where's this volume coming from? Didn't even create a top wick. Holy. Damn, look at this. Damn, we're already down 1.5 million on Delta. That's a big hourly. That's a really big hourly. I like this. You see, this is why it's so important to always just show up. You never miss a lucky day if you show up every day. The universe, it just gives up. Man, it just gives up. On my 12% body fat challenge right now, like 12-15%, I'm starting to see it get to the point where you're gonna see the ab work a bit more. Man, it's just a game for me now, man. It's just a game. Everything's just like a game for me. It's because I already know the more you show up, eventually the universe always just lets you through. You know, if you're moving correctly and you're moving with good intentions, eventually you get what it is that you wanted. So I'm quite excited for this one. This is gonna be my first now physical championship. So I think trading has been a mental championship, and now I want to conquer this as a physical championship. And then we'll continue to conquer more and more and more barriers. This is literally a game. Literally a game. Just show up. Don't give up. Have good intentions. Actually put the work in. Actually put your research in. Keep moving in that direction. Refine where needed. And you will get it. There's no reason why you should not get what you're putting your work, your blood, sweat, and tears into. Correct, guys? That's a beautiful thing. You can achieve anything. You just gotta put it in. You just got to put the work in. So we're gonna see here today. We showed up. Everybody taking a bank holiday break, but we showed up. We're up decently enough for the day, but I want to see if I can push this a bit more. So I'm looking at 1,735. I want to see if I can push this to 5.47%. But you know, since it's a New York session, as always, if we get stuck in properly, might get a trade do potentially we're gonna do maybe 6.47, 7%. We'll see. We just need to see like how we get stuck in, because like even this 1 minute candle here just dumped about like 30 pips. If I can get like a trade like that, maybe I can boost it up a bit more. But yeah, for now I'm looking for like 5.47%. Worst case scenario, you know, no worst case scenario. When you try, you always win, in my opinion. As long as you manage your risk in the market, as long as you're not ending below your daily threshold of negative, then yeah, I mean, you're trying. You know, I used to get excited. I remember the first year of trading, I used to get excited just to try. I never used to get excited for the profit or anything. I just used to get excited to try, because I knew every time I tried, I would learn something new. Correct? So sometimes it's like you gotta get excited like for failure, especially when you're doing something for the first time. You always kind of want to get excited to almost fail, that you can get better, because it's gonna take you, if you don't start failing now, the problem with that is you're gonna have to fail later anyway. It's gonna take a lot more of your time to fail later. So it's just like about falling in love with the process of getting better. You know, and like for me, part of that process is getting even more confident with order flow. And what does that require? Me to take more trades. If you look at this month over here, how many trades have we already taken this month? We've taken 40 trades, but most likely more, because these losses, some of them have been consolidated on the day. So if I take like 2 losses now, I just consolidate into 1. So we can say we've taken maybe about 40 to 50 trades. Now imagine 40 to 50 trades. Started using order flow since I think it was March. In March we did like about 40 trades as well. Wasn't it March or was it April, guys? I think it was March, April. So you see, from all of this, man, imagine what you're gonna learn over here. April we went really hard. That was like 72 trades. You see this? Man, you fall in love with that process, you just keep putting it in. In trading, in literally anything that you do in life, that is the process to get what you want to get. Simple. But let's get it, boys. We're here. I think as price is coming down, it needs to fill up this range and then maybe reset up, to be fair with you guys. I think this candle here, it's a bit pushed too much. It's down 2.5 million delta. It's pushed a little bit too much. So if you didn't execute on the shotgun above here, then we might need to wait for some kind of a continuation. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel typically nice to try and sell when a candle's already moved like that much. So it's like 42 pips. Now it can, in principle, just keep moving down. I mean, look at the size of this candle here. Be it that was a market open macro driven candle, in principle we could keep pushing. But I would definitely say the cleanest trades always going to be like half of that hourly, or when it's just opened up. This is towards the tail end and it's at the bottom of the range. So we should be seeing profit taking ideally here. Price should move up, retrace, and maybe get one from up there. It will be the most ideal thing to see. But yeah, let's just monitor this a bit more. We just got to sit on our hands. But I feel like Goldie is trying to like fill this range, a little bit of this range. It might do it because we just got New York session open right now. We pay attention to the first 2 hours as we head to a NYSE open. But it may be looking at this range here. We could actually end up getting a bumper clot. Because I'm seeing a lot of volume here. But I feel like I'm more expecting that bumper clot with the new hourly open. Not with this one, but we'll see. we will see. You know that gold spot, wait, let me bring this up here. You know that gold spot tip is so important for people that trade GC, makes a big difference. I think target if 45.56, then we see the up move. Yeah, wait, 45.50, yeah, 45.56. I just completely melted. It's kind of funny, like the shotguns usually don't seem to close as obvious on the futures chart. They always look like they reject, right? Until you go on to spot gold and you see like a closure above or below. Yeah, they got someone pushed off here. They always seem to reject that. It's kind of annoying because then you really need like a huge push if you're only looking on this chart. Like something really solid. But he says just another way of the market hiding the moves from people. Usually gonna hide the moves like in certain ways like this. It's much easier to know this when you know what you're looking for. It's like you're really good at hiding the moves. It really throws people off as well because some people read with the brokers. They use the broker chart and trading view. So they're always gonna have something like, oh, but my broker didn't close that level. And I used to do that as well until I realized that it's just always an extra variable that I can't control that I need to find a way to manage. So what we started doing was we just focused on trading view essentially. And you know, it's something that's always going to stick with you. And now since we're trading futures, while we manage that is by keeping tabs of spot gold. So you see, we've always sort of like adapted and never played the victim, because some people, you're going to play the victim like that for a very long time. Because the thing about trading is if you're going to find like a variable like this, you have to deal with that as soon as possible, because it is a problem that will happen over and over and over and over and over again. So if you currently find yourself struggling with something specific in the market, that thing is going to happen to you over and over and over and over and over until you find a way to remedy it. There's not going to be a way around it. Trust me on this. You won't find a way around it. So if it's like something that's detrimental, even if you can get away with it for like a month, if it's something that can happen, it can happen again. So you gotta be like very careful, whatever that is. It's gonna happen again. You know, it can be like, for example, people who even have like, let's say, a really big stop loss and a very small profit target like this. Like you can get away with this, for example, for like 3 months straight. But like there will come a time where if you ever take a loss like this, that means that can happen again, correct? And then that can happen even if you got like a 85% hit rate, right? The fact that that's happened once, it's gonna happen again eventually. And you know, the worst thing is like to have such a problem that is expensive to happen, even potentially back to back. So we don't want to look for shortcuts. We don't want to get lucky with the process. We want to almost know what to expect from it, from each trade that we take, like, and that the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. So it's important to always manage your risk and not like over risk or get too overly confident, because hey, you know, every trader takes a losing trade eventually. So it doesn't matter how good your hit rate is. If you're overly confident on just that one trade, you risk like 10% on, that could be the one that hits a stop loss. So there are always like those small nuanced things I'd say you gotta look out for. But you see like prices coming down. Like for example here, right? I've seen price keep moving in situations like this. It seems overextended for a lot of people, but I have witnessed price continue moving a lot more than people think that it can potentially move. Correct? And that's the reason why sometimes when we take our trades where people are going to be fearful, we're going to take them there. Be it in the middle of the range. You know, some people don't like trading in the middle of the range. We're going to trade the middle of the range if we get like a setup there. Because we've seen it happen over and over and over and over again. Right? You can't always catch the top and you can't always catch the bottom. Sometimes, like they say, the meat of the move sometimes gonna be like here in the middle. Because price, it's gotta move. It's gotta move. There's gonna be the inception point. There's gonna be the meat of the move. And there's gonna be the, let's say, the tail end of the move. So you can't always just want to wait for like either the top or always just want to wait for the bottom, right? Because you miss out on a lot of opportunities in between. And plus the market doesn't really know the difference. Like, let me tell you one thing. Is the market, it doesn't really know the difference between what an overextended is. You're always going to see RSI is going to be overbought, RSI going to be oversold. But it doesn't really know. It can keep going. It just depends on what's kind of like governing price at that moment. It'll keep going in that direction. So I would say like that's definitely like something that comes with like time, watching charts. I've definitely put in 10,000 hours, me personally, into chart work. So my 10,000 hours compared to somebody maybe just starting out, they got like 1,000 hours. You know, it's still completely different. There's got to be a lot of cycles to go through, which, you know, you can't cheat. Unfortunately, you can't like cheat this part. It's what we call time. That's why it's important to move correctly, so you don't waste this precious element over here called time. You want to move correctly. Sheesh, but what a freaking parabolic move. Now look at this thing, just complete nut. Holy. Harry Din, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it, sir. Pump it up. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I'm thinking whether I should get into a sell, but yeah, I don't feel so confident, man. Look at this volatility here. Holy. I might be setting stop orders once I get like some kind of a setup here, in case I get you see how the orders are flooding in. Sometimes a stop order is better. So we shall see, but definitely need a setup. Yeah, trade futures from spot gold also, it improves my entries by a lot. Liquidity on 45.51, it will be the best try from buyers to stop. After that's a big drop. Big drop maybe on the next hourly. Like next hourly, then it's gonna be looking to fill this range. Yeah, you see it's flirting with the idea. Can you see we're getting the reversal play on the hourly time frame, breakout structure, and then we're getting that reversal play. So I think, man, like once we get through 45.50, curtains, fat rejection wicks on the 1 hour here. We got the reversal play. We're gonna see like a bit of a correction possibly. That's why I'm not too confident in like selling this hourly anymore, because it's already extended unless we pull up a little bit like here. But I definitely feel that there's still a move for New York here to distribute beautifully. Like a nice push. Spike through that zone, come down. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Let me see how my spread is. How's my spread? Does it come down? Still like 2. It's a little bit more spread up. I think because of the bank holiday. Oh no, actually no, it's come down a bit. It's reduced a bit. Yeah, it's reduced a bit actually. It's reduced. It's back to what it normally is, 1.8. Nice. Whole hourly candle will flip. Smash the likes, smash the like, smash the like. Yeah, we'll pull up, set up, and then come back down. But this is the first bearish candle with an order flow since 1, 2, 3. Since the previous 3 candles. Abdi, 2 W trades in a day will lead me to make a killing in a month. And I mean home run, I'm talking about how big a win, yeah. But that will only happen if I walk away when I take 1 L per day. That's it. That's the hardest part, man. It's just, you know, like in trading, the hardest parts in trading is first of all getting stuck in. Getting a good seat in your trade. That's the hardest part. Is get stuck in, man. The rest of it is easy. Once you get stuck in, once you have a trade that you're happy and willing to take, and then you get stuck in properly, that's it. That's it. It's a weight off your shoulder because now you've accepted already the loss. Because every trader, when they hit a buy or sell, they've already accepted the outcome of that being a losing trade. So that's the hardest part, is just to get to that point where you take a trade that you are happy to take a loss on. That's it. That's how, once you're stuck in, it's easier from there. It's easier like managed, right? Most of the time. Of course, there's variables where like maybe sometime you don't get the reaction that you wanted. Maybe straight into drawdown, straight into SL. But for the most part, it is more manageable from that point. The one thing you don't want to be doing is executing and giving yourself paper cuts of things that you're not sure about, you know? Because that's not only affecting your trading account, it's affecting your psychology as well. So that and calling it a day. Like calling a day could also be like one of the hardest parts as well. Knowing when to stop. But if you already know that, then every day it's just like a game with yourself. It's you versus you. Right? You set yourself these rules, you know them. Can you follow them? Don't teach your subconscious that you cannot trust yourself. That's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to teach your subconscious you can't trust yourself. Because then you're gonna have like over trading, you know? You're gonna be over trading, you're gonna be over risking, you're gonna lose control. Man, I saw a video of a guy once on Instagram. He blew a funded account, and you know what he said? He said he lost control. He couldn't control himself anymore. He lost control. Ever happened to you guys? You lose control, and then it's like scorched earth, basically, where it's like, okay, so you know, today we're gonna win or we're gonna lose, really lose. Man, that's the worst part to be in. It's how people blow accounts. You're gonna blow an account like this, and it all starts. You know, they say the stillest water runs the deepest. Right? The stillest water runs the deepest. So if you don't put that inner work in, you're gonna have situations where those small mishaps, they're gonna be a lot more blown out of proportion. Correct? Like the stillest waters run the deepest. That's why you gotta be afraid of the calmest guy in the room. You know, the calmest guy in the room, you don't know what they're capable of. Because when they get angry, holy, they get angry. Right? So know yourself. Do that inner work. Already preempt it. Preempt that day that you will be at your weakest. Because that day will come. You cannot be having a perfect day every day. If you need a perfect day to function, you will never get anything done. You have to be able to defeat your enemy on your worst day. And that version of you is you against the market, basically, is going to be your enemy, right? So you have to be able to defeat your enemy on your worst day. And how are you going to do that? By having a trading plan, by already anticipating that these bad habits are bound to come. So you're going to be ready for them with a trading plan. That's it. That's how you do it. That's how you build discipline. You know, it's not some kind of a magical potion that you're going to drink, but it's something that you're going to preemptively be waiting for those bad days. That's what discipline is. You're preempting a day when you're at your weakest. Not preempting a day where you're like, you know, you're going to be feeling your best. That's how people are going to like start things. They're going to start things when they're feeling their best. And they think it's going to be like that. For consistency, it's not going to work. But you see this? Pretty good. We're getting the retracement up. Maybe we're going to get like a reset up and then a continuation to the downside. Usually happens after a good streak. Yeah. Sometimes after a good streak, I've noticed you sometimes have this feeling that you have to give it back to take it all back again. Sometimes when I'm on like a really good streak, I low-key want to lose. So I end up taking like a little bit of a edgier trade because you also psychologically want to lose in a sense. So you can get that hunger again to get it back. You know, that's also a psychological trick that happens in the background. You know, like a phone, you're gonna have background processes. Your brain gonna have those background processes in trading too. The important thing is that you know that they're there, because you know when you don't know that they're there, it's a lot harder to understand why it is that you do what you do. It may not be always as obvious until somebody maybe mentions it or says it out loud. Then you're like, oh yeah, actually that makes sense. But you see this, we moved from point A down to point B. We got our reaction. Now it's in kind of like profit taking stage, and it got to set up again, and it's gonna repeat that cycle. And we're about like half an hour into New York session right now, and it is looking pretty good. Like, it's amazing volume here. Love the swings. This is a lot better than what we had to deal with on Friday. This was Friday New York session. Oh, actually New York was not so bad. This Friday New York, it was also swinging, but I feel like this maybe look a little bit more cleaner for now. But yeah, definitely London was trash on Friday. Today London's been really clean. New York looks really good. But if we were ranging and there were a lot of wicks being formed, then we would have called it a day potentially. Because we don't want the smoke of bank holiday and then having something like this happen, right? Yeah, that's the worst. Like a range and wicks on days of no bank holidays is a little more bearable. Trump talks with Iran proceeding nicely. Truth Social. Let's see, Mr. Trump. What are we saying over here? Oh, negotiations with the Islamic Republic. Oh, this is good. Thank you. Of Islamic Republic of Iran are proceeding nicely. It'll only be a great deal for all, or no deal at all. Back to the battlefront and shooting, but bigger and stronger than ever before. Nobody wants that. During my discussions on Saturday with President Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Al Nahyan, Arab Emirate. Man, I can't pronounce them. Okay, so we got like a lot of names over here. This guy is name dropping everybody. All work's been done by the US. Yo, this guy really typed this much. Is he like sitting down somewhere and like... Man, Trump's quite an active guy. I would love to see the shoes of being a president. I don't think I could ever be having that amount of energy, you know? Like, man, these guys... You know, as much as we'd say like, oh, you know, they're corrupt and all of this stuff. Man, it's a lot of work to be corrupt. It's a lot of work, you know, you gotta plan. Corruption also requires planning, you know, you just don't come and steal stuff. Like, you gotta like plan things out. At the same time, you're going for all these meetings, you're going to all these interviews, all these different rooms. It's insane. I'd love to see how that's like for like a day. But like a fly on the wall. It is insane. And it's like still typing over here, like so long. I can't even have time in the day to write something like this on my Twitter. The Middle East would be united, powerful, economically strong, like perhaps no other anywhere in the world. By a copy of this truth, I am asking my representatives to beginning successfully complete the process of signing these countries into already historic Abraham Accords. This is meaning that gold should go up. Thank you for your nice words on Fox. Oh my days. Someone actually in the chat said that this hourly here could flip. Insane. Let me give you a shout out here. Who said it? Yeah. Zan Barsi. Whole hourly candle will flip. Holy. Man, you gotta share with us that crystal ball of yours. I would not imagine that whole freaking hourly would flip. But yeah, that was posted like 11 minutes ago. There go the cells. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's gonna put a wrench in the works. They say it throws a monkey wrench in the works for the sell idea. Because now the order flow is bearish. However, what about this tweet? What are we gonna do about that post now? Because that's when now the technicals and the fundamentals kind of clash, and it's not really nice. It's better if they line up together, you know? So in this sense, it would be better if the order flow would flip bullish, but it's still a lot of seller aggression, so it's quite suspicious. Usually this is absorption, what we call buy absorption, right? So it's like a fake move up for a big sell down. That's what that is. But in principle, it makes sense to move up because of the post. So it leaves us with like a very delicate situation. You can see there's potential traps here for the sellers. Maybe we got like commitment from the sellers, like a lot of seller commitment on these bearish nodes. It may still come down to correct. We'll see. Yeah, the hourly flipped really quick. That's too much volume here. It's pretty good. You see how like the market's just mirroring itself here. Boom, go up, come down, go up. Nice little V-shaped reversal. It's like perfect mirrors. Here, here. It's like that's what we call like a healthy market. But bro, it's a bank holiday. Where are my whips? It's a very healthy market. She'll go in. Yeah, we're gonna go in. I'm ready. One more trade for fun. I want the drop. I mean, selling pressure, their sellers are getting out the way now at least. So the buys are starting to make a little bit of sense. I just don't want to fight with the market. You know, I just don't want to fight with the market today. I really hope whatever that next setup is going to be a smooth trade. Because I don't want to be put in a position where I lose and then take another trade and then have to take another trade. I really hope the market doesn't want to fight today. But so far, it looks pretty good. Like, the trades have been playing out pretty smooth for the most part. So I'm not expecting it too much of a fight. There's sometimes you're going to have a longer day than you'd want, you know? And like that day took like, I still can't forget, like 13 plus trades. I thought I was just going to take like 2 trades on that day. Ended up taking 13 trades. Because my PNL was hovering at like break even. I was like winning, losing, breaking even, winning, losing. Or like mainly just managing risk. It can easily, that's another psychological trap. That what I mentioned, yeah, because right here we take like 4 trades. That's another psychological trap about the market, is because before you know it, you end up like 10 trades because you are kind of having to fight for the moves. You know, sometimes it takes like a couple of tries. It doesn't happen on the first go. Maybe take a first loss and you have to take another one. Like last week, I think it was on Thursday, we mentioned that the market is requiring 2 to 3 tries to get your move. We spoke about it and we could even see how that was playing out. Like the first one would always fail, then it would be between the second and the third ones which will actually play out. But today I'm not necessarily seeing that as a market characteristic on this specific day here. It doesn't seem like there's a shock necessarily. Sell aggression coming back in. Did not get the entry model yet. No entry model yet. I'm gonna keep an eye out on Trump. It looks like the man's active here, so let's see. Mike, thank you for your nice words on Fox. The Democrats have bad policy and bad candidates. Other than that, we are doing quite well. Happy Memorial Day to all. I'm laughing. I laugh at all the Democrats, rhinos, and fools who know nothing about the potential deal I'm making with Iran. Things that haven't been negotiated yet. Weak and ineffective people. Weak? Mr. Trump, where are my whips? For these weak and ineffective people. Like failed Senator Tom Tillis, soon out of office, in brackets. Damn. The way this guy types, I would never imagine a president would type like this. Who just suffered a massive primary loss? Really bad Congressman Thomas Massey, a major sleaze bag, who lost in a landslide. The great American patriot. In other words, they are losers. The deal with Iran will either be a great and meaningful one, or there will be no deal. It will be the exact opposite, okay, of the GCPOA disaster negotiated by the failed Obama administration, which was a direct and open path to a nuclear weapon for Iran. No, I don't do deals like that. Could be a potential shotgun over here above 45.70, but there is just no confidence in buy aggression for me yet. It's going to be a nice long on gold. Don't sleep on it and let it slip from your hand, buckaroo. Well, you gotta send us a signal then. I don't want to miss it. Yeah, but I think we gotta wait here. Gold rises, but this is like 5 hours ago. Gold rises on US Iran optimism, weaker dollar. There's a potential sell here I'm looking at. This candle here closes bullish. There's a potential sell below that wick as it breaks that low. So you see now we've got an hour retracement, what we wanted. Pull back. We're getting a setup, and then we're waiting for that continuation for price to continue moving down again. And then it's going to be targeting these lows by 45.55. But I'm going to wait a little bit more for some of the structure to form a little bit better first, and then get a potential move. I'm going to wait for a little bit more structure. But yeah, hopefully we can get some kind of like a volatile push, right? Some kind of like a spike. So yeah, I think we should be on the same page over here now. A buy would be good above maybe like 45.71, but on the next hourly, which you're getting in the like 9 minutes. We'll entertain the buys in about 9 minutes. Because I think Trump's post right now on Truth Social might have switched the game back to longs. The best case scenario is we hold this range until the new hourly opens. Like this resistance and that support. If we can play here till the new hourly open. I better win you with this trade. And pressure, pressure, pressure. Putting lots of money in it. Don't do that. Manage your risk, man. Like just risk. I would say the maximum amount you can risk in a trade if you're trying to flip an account is like 5% of the account size, right? But you shouldn't be doing that if you don't know what you're doing. Say like 1 or 2%. Yeah, but let's see, man. Let's see. Should be getting a pretty good move here soon, I think. So far, I don't really have much of a problem in New York. Full port. Remember, the whole idea is like, how can I risk less to make more? Not how can I necessarily always risk like a lot more to make a lot more, because sometimes you don't need to. You can risk like 2% and then the trade's gonna give you like 4-5%. You know, because our subs are genuinely speaking like, you know, maybe 16 pips, 20 pips. A single candle can move like 80 pips. But we keep that risk the same, and like we even gonna reduce it more. Like, you know, 16 pips. Here, my target is, if I start with like 16 pips stop loss, how soon can I cut this? Maybe like 8 pips. You know, that should be always on your head. Like, how soon can I move this so I can lose less like this? How soon can we do this? That's it. Man, it's such a luxury. I tell you. Like, managing risk, I can't think even going like, it's such a luxury. Being able to cut your risk in half. I can't think of another luxury that the market can give you. Is being able to put your stop loss to break even or to cut your risk in half. But you know, like that luxury, like people don't take that luxury for some reason. They don't see it. They don't appreciate it. They don't see the value in it. They only want the reward. But you know, it's actually through managing your risk you're gonna find your edge. I promise you. Because when you start managing your risk, you also start to realize things about the market. Like things about what winning trades are gonna look like, what losing trades are gonna look like. Your brain thinks a bit differently than when you're just looking for the profit. Right, it definitely is setting up here. It's getting ready for a move. We're about to get the new hourly open. And we've created a support. It might even be a shotgun here to the downside. You may see a little bit of a shotgun play. So you're going to have like a candle. Close, boom, boom, come down, close like this. Then continue to fill this range. There's like 45.55. Which is 100 pips. Like this is pretty much the same thing that we did here this morning. It was pretty much the same idea. You see? What's the difference? You're gonna come over here and you're gonna invert your scale. But it's not letting me invert gold. There's no difference. So maybe it's gonna break above here and then come towards 45.78. Whatever the case be, we're definitely at a point A right now. we may still be in distribution from this previous move, but it's like a pause, right? It's a pause in distribution for maybe a potential continuation, right? Because when price moved up, it was moving with the intention to fill this range. It was like 45.78. So this is just like a bust stop or whatever. Got like a small bust stop. We're gonna see if it continues moving up there or it moves down. It would be nice to get like a liquidity grab confluence, but you know, for me, I think with Trump's post on Truth Social recently, the buy might hold some weight. So yeah, I think the buy would be a good idea. We also got like SMAs in our favor in confluence, 30-minute, all the way down to the 5-minute there and the 1-minute. So I'm going to keep an eye on this and wait. Because, you know, there's a bit of weight here on this hourly. You see it's like still bearish. There's a bit of bearish weight on there, and like the entry would be at the flip. So I think maybe the best thing to do is to wait for the new hourly to open. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Is to wait for the new hourly to open, since it's only gonna take like 2 minutes. And when you're waiting, you always must utter these words to yourself, right? I am okay with missing the trade. That's what you gotta tell yourself when you're waiting. I'm okay to miss this trade. Let's see if I can get in a bit sooner, but maybe we can try get in a bit sooner here. Let's see if the hourly gives us some time. Because I'm seeing, you see, on gold here, on spot gold, it looks a bit different. Like there's no resistance. I think that resistance on futures is a bit higher up. Whereas on spot gold, maybe it's somewhere around here. It's that resistance that I'm looking at here. We're about to get the new hourly open. I hope we're going to give me some time. So I got to see. But I know it's somewhere around here. The entry, it's somewhere around here. All right, Trump. Make us some money today, baby. Happy Memorial Day. This new hourly is going to open with fireworks. It's because the previous hourly couldn't make the move, because when Trump posted that to social, it was a bearish candle. So it had a bit of weight. Although it pulled up, it's really waiting for the new hourly to have a pop. It's going to be more free. Watch out for the volume spike. Interestingly enough, it's spiking bearish. Not what I would expect. I think it might be an absorption. The bearish sells would be technically down over here. Let's see. I'm not going to get into the bear move yet. I want to see a little bit more selling pressure before that. It seems like some kind of an absorption move. It's a bit too early for me. Let me see how we're coming down. The buyers are still holding strong. They're like a 90k delta. Need to see a bit more commitment from the sellers to get stuck in. All right. We're almost about to flip. We're neutral on delta. Pretty much neutral on delta. I gave the sell a shot there. Let me remove that. How much did we spike? 17. All right. Ooh, it kind of hit my break even, but it moved too much over here. Yeah, it kind of hit my break even. I couldn't put a break even though because I got a bit of a later entry. So I couldn't manage that the way I wanted to. Yeah, the sellers came in a bit late, but there's still a bit of this selling pressure in here. So I'm seeing it more like, let's see, on the 5-minute candle here is about to close in about 3 minutes. Oh man, I hope it just didn't take me out to completely melt now. I'm wondering if it's gonna wait for the 5-minute here to close. It just did about like 20 pips. And the annoying part is literally just 1-minute candle what took me out. Because in hindsight, you see it just looks normal, like it closed down, but it like pulled up. It pulled up and then pushed down again. It's kind of annoying. I might have to wait for some kind of a re-entry here. Maybe it like closes bearish. See if I can get a continuation. We'll see. It's resetting up an accumulation there as well. We'll see if this was the actual move or what this is. That was a bit of a surprise. Maybe it's just going to be the hourly bottom wick before we rip back up. If I didn't get stopped out by that, a 1 minute could have secured something here, 20 pips. Oh man, look at this. Holy. Wait, yeah, buy aggression back in. I'm no longer selling. Buy aggression is back in. Let's see, it's still cooking up the move. It is still cooking up the move. Holy. New York is about to rip. Chat, watch out. This thing's about to rip. The sells definitely look a lot clearer. I think the buys would be above 45.72 now. Whereas the sells have a bit more confluence in terms of shotgun and also accumulation to the breaks downside. The buys, we just gotta have to break above maybe like 45.72. Well, we'll see how we approach that zone. So close, man. So close. Can't believe that took me out. Did anybody survive that pullback? Let's see. Let's say on sell, if I get the topic on the candle, then breaks down with volume. Makes the candles for a reflip because normally is how liquidity grabs are formed. Looking for the flip, I think we'll have volume. And maybe like see a break and retest this area over here. Here it is. It's kind of what do you call it? It's like fluctuating quite a bit, eh? But that's usually a good sign for the New York time. It means we're about to have like a good push. I'm surprised this candle came as far down as it did, to be fair. because I was expecting some kind of like an absorption here, and then price to skyrocket up. So it was like it was moving down, and I saw freaking delta was increasing. I was like, let me take a shot just on the off chance that it's actually trying to fill this range. But yeah, for the most part, we had a buy stop over here, thinking the new hourly would open and skyrocket, but it came down. Still seeing a bit of the buyer aggression. Man, I freaking love New York. New York's full of surprises. Like, I wouldn't be surprised any moment now. Either one of these 5-minute candlesticks is gonna do something volatile. I can feel it. I don't know if it's just gonna be this one or the next one, but when the entries come in, it's gonna do something volatile. Alright, let's see how delta's increasing here. Yeah, I probably want to move on that Truth Social post. But surprisingly, the sellers did actually pay out in terms of how much it pushed. It actually paid out the sellers, so it didn't completely fake them out. It did like about 26 pips for them. Watch out this 1-minute candle here. Let's see. Oh man, can't get it. Because the thing is, this 5-minute here is it's a bit stretched. So I'm just gonna manage for now, slightly. I'm gonna manage. I took it on the off chance it just rips. Gonna have to keep managing. Yeah, it's the market. We're fighting. Essentially, we're fighting with the market now. Now we're fighting. It wasn't so smooth. You see what I mean? Like, you gotta be a little bit careful, because at the same time, either one of these candlesticks can just rip, but you can't be super hopeful on the rip. Like, if it doesn't rip, you have to cut it like immediately. You see, it's kind of doing some psychological work on the sellers down here, and we got like some buyers over here as well. But for this candle to keep moving up, the best case scenario is the next 5-minute opens. It's gonna be a little bit more free, because this one's already moved up about like 70 pips. But just on the off chance, you know, just on the off chance, man, sometimes these New York session candles, they just fly. You gotta manage your risk until that point. But yeah, it looks like it did want to fight. Best case scenario, what would have happened was on the new hourly candlestick that opened, correct? Like, we create the bottom wick and then reflip and keep moving up. But instead it decided to go a bit deeper, and then you see with this one coming up, it's also stretched. As it's coming to break these highs, it's also stretched. So it's like in a scenario where it can be like let's just say pulling back a lot. So that's why I would love to see, even if this 5-minute here could close above that resistance, would be like an extra confirmation. It looks like we rejected that resistance also on spot gold, but there is definitely still an accumulation within that zone. Just waiting for the breakout. I think I'll look at increasing my lots here, my risk, maybe like 2.6%. Yeah, it's chopping up a little. So it's like taking the lows, taking the highs, come back into the range. So it's still shaking out traders until the actual move. But I think the next time it sets up, it probably should start moving because it's already done one fakie here and one fakie above here. Let's see, maybe Trump's gonna post something soon. Move it up. I'll move it up again. Watch out for 45.66. I want to see more seller aggression come in before reattempting any sells. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for this level just in case the order flow flips in the last minutes. Right now we're still seeing bullish pressure. I think the market's a bit confused because it was moving down before Trump posted something. So sometimes when you get like news events, it could be just for like the moment, right? And then the market calibrates back to what it was doing previously. So with what Trump posted on Truth Social, it's definitely important to keep an eye out for it, but it's not like something major. It's not like there was a deal that was struck or anything of the sort. So it might have just been like a reaction for the moment. So just gotta be very cautious. Very cautious over here. Better for this candle here to close, to be honest. On the 5-minute. Or like 40 seconds. Alright, getting some candle here to close. Let's see, Goldie. Let's see what you want to do. Are you finally done shaking people out? Can we get a distribution finally? Let's see. I'll wait a bit longer because I want to see sell aggression step in. I'll look to take that earlier entry if I can see the sellers come in. The seller aggression increase, but not at the moment. Probably safer to wait for the overall range to break out. Come on, give me a bomber clot. Let's see, is spot gold already breaking? Yeah, spot gold's already breaking the low over there. Spot gold is already in play. Here comes, we're about to flip on aggression. On seller aggression's about to come in. We're at like 50 right now. Yeah, I risk about $700 on this. We have like 8 pips. Let's do somewhere like, let's look something like this. Pretty tight stops. Let me see if I can get the follow through. Come on, can we push? Can we push, baby? Stop playing with me. Okay, I wish I could get out a break even there. I don't think I'll be able to. Because I see a little bit of seller aggression stepping out of the way. A little bit of the seller aggression stepping out of the way. Is it gonna let me get out break even? Oof. No, it won't. Damn it. Damn, Goldie, why are we fighting so much over here? Holy. Actually was not expecting it to be this difficult to catch a trade during New York. Because we're still trying to freaking move from this area, correct? We still haven't moved from that zone properly. Man, Goldie. It's lacking the commitment. But it's okay. We'll just wait and see. There's still a kind of like a re-break here. Yeah, this is gonna be definitely a tricky one. Wait, but I wouldn't take the re-break yet until I see the sell aggression come back in. Right now, it went back into buy mode. I'm gonna wait a bit longer. Damn, Goldie, that's why I mean sometimes, chat. Like sometimes the market's gonna want to fight you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 positions. That's why I mean. That's what I was literally saying in the beginning of the stream. Is like sometimes it's gonna want to fight you for that profit. Because you see this whole zone. This is point A. It hasn't moved. It hasn't distributed yet. What we're trying to get is a distribution away from this area. You see, it's like breaking and then coming back into the ranges. It's very difficult. You gotta be patient. You gotta manage your risk until the point where it actually moves. Eventually, it's gonna have to move, right? But you don't want to overextend yourself too much with the risk that that you'll need like a really big profit to make it back. You know, that's when you're gonna really start to overtrade, in my opinion. So like, if I take another trade and it's a losing trade, I'm calling it a day, because most likely it's gonna put me at a loss of. Let me see over here. 20. Yeah, I was just about my daily limit, which is like 5%. Damn, Goldie. Really? Really doing that right now? Really gonna fight like this? No conviction to the market today? Yes. It's lacking conviction. That's the only thing. It's lacking conviction. We need to see the full conviction. In principle, I think I would have already been done for the day if this one played out here. But this was like about 20, 24 pips. But this minute candlestick, it pulled up. I had like a really tight stop. It pulled up and then stopped me out and then just melted the 20 pips. So it's kind of shaking. It's a very nuanced thing that the market does from time to time. It like tries and shakes people up. And you see it in hindsight, and it looks like the candlestick just moved in one direction, but it didn't. It was doing this. It could have done that in like 5 seconds and then did that. And then in hindsight, you just see it close like this. But it might have done this and then that. Go up and then down. You gotta be like patient, You gotta be patient with it. Just gotta keep an eye out on risk. Keep an eye out on tilt as well. Still having bullish aggression. That's why I'm holding off the sells for now until I see sellers start to step in again. Come on, Goldie. It's creating a new support here. You see, it's funny. It's like the candle is coming down, but we have more bullish nodes. We also have more bullish delta in the market, although price is coming down. It's a little bit confused, so we're just going to wait for it to settle down a bit. What broker do I use? ScopeMarkets. Yeah, we'll be typically getting the NYSE open in about 5 minutes. That's a strong zone, needs more volume on the push. Took an earlier break, secured 20 pips. What did you take over here? Did you take a buy? Nice, 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 nice. Dubs. Yeah, I'm still fighting over here, guys. So, yeah, I think you just gotta like spectate now. Man, Goldie, you bastard. Just move. Just move properly. Just freaking move properly. Is there like a small break and a retest of this zone here right now? Man, like I want to take the sell. I want to take the sell, chat, but I'm not seeing the sellers in the market with the order flow yet. But I'm gonna keep an eye out for this level over here. Come on, where you at, sellers? Oh, wait, there's a buy. There's a buy right over here as well. There's a kind of like a sneaky buy. Potential buy. See here, boom, boom, boom. All right, nice. Yeah, volume delta is looking pretty good. For buys, although we could have a bit more conviction. Like, we'll have a little bit more conviction, Goldie. Let me remove the sell for now. Hey guys, remember smash the like button if you're finding some kind of if you're finding value here. Smash that like button, support the stream. This is live trading. Don't think I'm revenge trading or anything. Not revenge trading, chat. We're on very completely different levels. To be honest, not to sound ignorant or arrogant or anything, but we're on different levels. Not in a bad way, but like I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 6 years. I'm up about almost 70% on the month. It's not revenge trading. This is just the way the markets operate sometimes. If you don't know what you're doing, don't take more than 2 trades a day. 2 or 3 trades a day. Just don't. If you can't manage your risk and if you can't manage your emotions, don't take more than 2 or 3 trades a day. You have to fully have conviction in the way that you trade and in your setups. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up playing the victim. If you're just kind of like half-assing it, you're going to play the victim. You know, if it doesn't go your way, you're going to say, oh man, should have done this, should have done that. Because you don't have the longevity to know what you should have done and what you shouldn't and what you should do, what you should do. You need to have that little bit of conviction in your system for a period of time. Because playing the victim is the last thing that you want to do. You don't want to play the victim. It's going to affect everything. Your tilt thresholds. It's going to affect a lot. Man, the sellers are trying to rip this thing down. Holy. Why are they trying to rip it down? But there's no seller aggression in there. They're trying to rip it down, but there's no seller aggression. I'm trying to get in the sells too, but I'm not seeing conviction on their end. You see we're at about 170k delta, 174k delta over here. It looks good, like a little bit of a shotgun play as well to the downside. You'll see if that delta can flip in the last moments, but it's still holding. We're anticipating this to be the fake out. You see how I like close, because right now we're still seeing buy aggression. So you see how I broke below support and it's like holding this level over here. This could be a potential fake out to the upside. So essentially you still have sellers in the market here, right? When price usually behaves like this, it's giving them a warning, right? It's giving them a warning. So like once they are breaking above structure, it's probably going to try and go for the stop losses within these ranges and even above this area up over here. So we just got to see what happens. You know, if we can get some seller conviction, then we could get like a continuation play, right? If it breaks the lows, you got a continuation play with these previous sellers over here. If we can't, most likely going to trigger some potential reversal plays by the highs. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for some fireworks. So let me remove that sell for now. It's like half. We've done about 30 minutes of this hourly so far too. Oh man, it could give like a serious whip right here for these sellers if they don't take that insurance, because most of the time they're gonna take that insurance right here and then it's gonna trigger further push. But if they don't take that insurance, they're gonna risk like a bigger loss potentially, or a bigger drawdown. Then let's see what it does. It should respect this high if it wants to move bearish. Unless there's a shock in the water, then you're gonna get like a very nice signal for potential sell. Like a price does this and then rips down like this, then you're gonna have this long wick over there. There's a few variables on how this could play out. But we haven't got the push yet. Outside of this zone, we haven't got the full payout yet. So you'll see it. When it comes, we'll see it and we'll know if we caught it or we didn't catch it. If we didn't catch it, then we'll just have to move over to the next day. Kind of bite the bullet here on this. I'm down like about 2%. Because for example, what could happen is if this candle or the next candle starts to break like this without giving the entry confirmation and then does that, that would be most likely the move. So you have to accept that you couldn't catch anything in this a specific condition. Because every day, every time throughout the whole day, you're going to have specific pieces of the cake where you can actually get something from. And then you're gonna have to accept this is just one slice that you're not gonna get anything from. If it moves here without a confirmation, then we're gonna know. It might be trying to do a mini shotgun play right here too. About like 30 seconds for candlestick to close. Let's see on the 15, 30 minute. We got some room over there. You get through that 5 minute 8 SMA 2. New 5 minute open. See how that volume looks. Yeah, that'll be my last trade. If this doesn't play out, then I'm done. I'm not going to fight the market anymore. Got my stop below the current 5 minute. It looks like there's no bottom wick on the futures. I'll do like around 8 pips. Let's do about 800. We're like $800. Put it just about maybe 1.7 pips below on my broker. Let me see how this looks like on spot. Ooh, spot also doesn't have the bottom wick. But since it's a breakout, we don't really need the bottom wick. It would just be nice to have the bottom wick because most candles are going to have the top and the bottom wick. So yeah, already my risk has been managed for this trade. Worst case scenario, I know I'm going to end the day in 4% loss maybe. Something like that. I'm barely even started. I want 2,120 at least if it can push up. Come on, Goldie. Survive. Give me volume, sir. And today it looks like... Are we biting the bullet? Am I biting the bullet? Oh, damn it. It's not following through for me today. Not today, sir. Alright, 4%. Exactly 4%. Pretty good. What I would expect. Damn, gold. Even then you still don't want to move? Come on now. What is this? How many tries do you want? Crazy. I would have sworn this would have flowed up. Like the bullish aggression we also got in the order flow right now is looking pretty decent. I'm surprised that did not fly up. I mean, I don't want to use the excuse like bank holiday because like price has been moving. It's actually been moving pretty good today. Damn, Daniel. Really? We had all this clean range to move up. Come on, fly, Goldie. Stop playing with me. Bro. just fly, Goldie. No one's in you anymore. Just go. Just go. Just go without us. No one's in this trade. You've mopped us up. Just go. Just go. You're gonna restructure again. Do what you gotta do. You got like about what's like 38 pips to go up. The only sells you're gonna have are gonna be below 45.63 level over there. You're gonna have like around 67 pips, 67, 70. I swear it's gonna break this high and rip.
Bands and it's making them dance like damn. Stick with me, I got a plan. Like damn. Throwing bands and it's making them
Let's see the chat. That bottom wick. Let's see. It's probably gonna be a big breakout because HDF ranging. That's why it's taking out everybody. Bro, like it's not moving. It needs to move from this area now. And the good thing is we're in a position here to do so. But I don't know where this lack of commitment is coming from, because even right now to move up we got like beautiful buy aggression. We should have at least seen like 20 pips from this move right here. Or even like at minimum, at bare minimum, that should have been like 16 pips. At least to put stops to break even and then give it a little room to breathe that it can continue moving up. We haven't even caught up to the 30-minute SMA right here. Like literally clean traffic. Because whenever you look at the psychology of candlesticks, if a candlestick comes down like this and then struggles to continue to push down and then breaks the highs and then struggles to continue moving up, like what is this even gonna mean? You know, it could mean there might be like a shock in the water somewhere here or like some low volume, but that's not really the case. Even if you look at the previous hourly candle, we had like 66 million. This was one of the highest volume candles out of the whole day. And even generally speaking on average, this is a pretty strong volume to see. So it's not like volume is not present, like it's there. You just have to somehow avoid the second, third or fourth fake out even just to get that fifth move play out, you know? Because there's too many pullbacks inside this area here. And I'm not one for bigger stop losses. It's not a solution for me to have a bigger stop loss because every trader is gonna have let's say like every setup, they're all gonna have like probabilities of winning trades or losing trades. So maybe in a situation like this, some of the biggest stop loss they're gonna play out for them. But like given an iteration of let's say 100 positions taking this same entry model, the guy with the biggest stop loss most likely will have take profits hit and then stop loss. Like they will have a maybe like 16 or 20 pips hit. That's going to be short of their biggest stop loss most of the time, and then it's going to reverse into their stops. I have like an iteration of like a lot more positions. And I low-key wouldn't mind necessarily another trade, but like I would need to see some conviction at least. I need to see it move. So let me journal this. Let's see how many trades are these. Here we go. 16 to 90 plus. Plus 445. .02. Oh damn, we're already streaming almost for like 2 hours now. Holy. Man's been locked in. Just trying to fight Goldie here. Because now I want to see. Now I just want to see like what direction is it going to pick. It's gonna move down. It's gonna move up. Yeah, the rose -4%, -4%, you know, 5%. New hour open. How much trades I taken today? Like 7 trades. Oh man, like gold, come on, bro. Like I know you want to have a freaking bomber clot. He wants to have a bomber clot. It's just like I'll feel really bad taking that next trade and then it being a losing trade. But like I've seen the delta has finally flipped bearish here for the first time as we're coming down right over here. And man, like all I need is like one bomber clot. all I need is one bomber clot. We get like one bomber clot. Holy, maybe you turn this day around here for me. Let's need volume to finally step in. We're seeing the seller aggression also stepping in here at 355k. Yeah, seller aggression work. What time is it right now? 9:48. We're coming towards the tail end of this hourly candlestick closure over here. Hourly candle is about to close in 11 minutes 30 seconds. And most of the time we're gonna have like the pushes happen towards the tail end of the hourly candles if they've been ranging, because you know the whole idea is we're trying to catch this hourly candle, right? But this hourly candle has been ranging in this area, so it could be just like any candle you're gonna see, or even like on a 5-minute time frame, where it's gonna shortly before it closes, you're gonna have like a push. Correct? It's eyeing out this range. It's like a 60 pip range to the downside. Yeah, I'm gonna monitor it a little bit here because I see the seller aggression stepping in. Banks are closed today. Volume expected? Yeah, I mean so far we've been having volume. Gold is rage baiting. It's rage baiting so hard because I know, chat, like I know this move is coming. I know this move is freaking coming, bro. Is there a shotgun? Let me see on the 5-minute. Yeah, 5-minute on spot closed. I'm gonna see. It's trying to wick fill on the hourly time frame. Yeah, here. It tries to move down. You see, it's like a fat rejection towards the highs. Right over here still. Let me remove that. Let me remove this. Move this. You got like a really strong rejection here towards the highs. I think Trump confused the market with that post earlier because price was moving down. It was moving down. It just had to retrace to continue moving bearish. Then he posted something, then price moved up and then continued to move down again, like slowly. Today's the day. I wonder when did you had the last time when it was, oh, the L day. This year, I don't think you had one. Yeah, this might be it. This might be the day, most likely. But, man, it's just... Yeah, it's a toxic relationship with gold here. Because what's the probability that none of these moves play out for the next hour? Like, surely they're going to start moving eventually. Eventually, the market has to move. Right? So just, you know, just don't do this at home. That's all I'm going to say. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing specifically today. Let me keep monitoring this. That's what happens when you win a lot. You just it's so hard to accept a losing day. I really don't want to accept a losing day, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. The market's not gonna let me go. I'm gonna say no. Today you lose, sir. But I was already up 1.47%. Yeah, well now you're down 4%. Damn. Yeah, so this is the order flow here that I'm looking at. See a little bit of like selling pressure. We have a little bit of room to previous day value area low by 45.56. So I see it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to commit even on this candlestick pulling up because we did create a new low there. Good sell is in the way. How many people are even on stream right here right now? This is now mainstream. Oh, we got 138 people. Wow. Hey, welcome. How's everybody here doing? I don't see you guys usually in New York. Nice to see you here on my losing day. Got a lot of supporters on the losing days. On the losing day, I'm gonna have like 2,000 people gonna watch me. On the winning days, it's gonna be like 10 people. Hey, but welcome. I know, it's nice. It's nice. Let's see. Right here, I thought this candle would break the previous candle lows, but it has closed back bullish into the range. Bad. Why y'all so quiet? Someone type some stuff in here. Everybody just eating popcorn. Like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna overtrade? A clean breakout is coming. Let's wait for it. Look at this, man. Look at all these losses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at these wins. 1, 2. 2 wins, 6 losses, risking 2.6% per trade, and I'm down 4%. Not bad. Not bad. Because in that case, taking 6 losses, risking 2.6%, I would have been down 15%. And then having the 2 wins over there, minus 4%, then minus that 360 is maybe 0.7%. I should be down negative 10%. Almost negative 11%. But I'm down negative 4%. Not bad. Really not bad. Why are you not using Bookmap or Sierra for order flow? Exo charts is really good. Triggered me down there, lol. It came, knocked the door, and then left. That might be trying to liquidity grab over there. Good on yourself. I've been streaming for a minute here. I'm just really curious to see where gold is gonna pay out. That's all. Looks like we just hit chop this compared to like the previous flow from before. They're like moving a little bit more flowy, and then this is like we got a little bit of chop. Like, how do you psych yourself up before business meetings so you go in there like a beast and get everything you wanted from the deal? I'm now planning my pre-meeting activation. Oh, nice. I think like the more you do them, the more like the better you just get at them. Like, just, you know, I would say just be yourself. Just be yourself, you know. Usually I've seen like, especially in the corporate world, like people who know what they're doing and know what they're saying and they know their value, they don't shy away as much from being themselves, you know. But you can tell, like, you can see the maturity as well, if you know what I mean. So I would say just know your shit, know your value, go in there, be yourself, know you're the shit, basically. Just know that you are providing here a value. You're going because they need you for XY reasons, right? More than the other way around. So go get, you know, go do what you gotta do. A shark recognizes a shark, Mr. Woods. Yeah, but before that, I used to do like music. I would listen to music to psych myself up. But I realized it's kind of like being in the market. Like, the market wouldn't care if you did yoga in the morning, if you had breakfast, if you didn't have breakfast. The market only cares about like how good you actually are at the skill of trading. So it's a type of thing that you have to be so good at it that, man, I could wake you up, Woods, at 3 in the morning and tell you, hey, you got a meeting. And then you're going to show up to that meeting already ready. You know, you just got to be that good. That's what you're going to strive for. Nothing that you much need to prep, really. Yeah, I think, man, this thing's struggling over here. I wanted to see a sell. Now it's coming back up for a buy and just looking garbage. My hard rule, 1 liter immediately shut it down, whatever happens. 1L. 1L, survive GTA, Michael to Franklin. Do you need to pay monthly to use the order flow? You have to pay for the CME data to get this information over here. It's like 39 bucks. That's all that you gotta pay for. If you won the giveaway, then you have the software, then that's all that you gotta pay for. This data here. Data is super expensive, especially in trading. Like data and access to information is very expensive. Oh, that's a new hourly open here. I don't know what to do. Should we call it a day? Should we try a buy? A little bit of buy aggression over here. I don't call it a day. It feels weird. I haven't called it a losing day in so long. It feels weird. I feel that in this relationship with gold, it's just having a bad time now. It just needs to move from this area, and then we're gonna be back to our honeymoon phase. Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna be the boyfriend who's just gonna be abused. I'm not gonna be the boyfriend who's gonna be abused. I'm gonna let it go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios. Take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for London. Peace, peace. Love, love. Remember to smash the like button, support the stream. See you in the next one.
Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready. Like you like that. You never ask me if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready.